John Lennon once claimed the Beatles were more popular than Jesus, sparking outrage and protests across the U.S. The Beatles' journey to greatness began with a skiffle band called the Quarrymen, formed by John Lennon and his high school friends. Paul McCartney joined the Quarrymen in 1956, becoming the second vocalist and rhythm guitarist. George Harrison had to audition on a double-decker bus to join the Quarrymen as their lead guitarist in 1958. The Beatles' final official concert was held in San Francisco in 1966, marking the end of an era. Ringo Starr missed the Beatles' 1964 World Tour due to illness, and Jimmy Nicol temporarily replaced him. Stuart Sutcliffe, the band's first bassist, suggested the name, The Beatles, before leaving to pursue a painting career. Pete Best was the first drummer of the Beatles, but he was replaced by Ringo Starr due to dissatisfaction with his skills. Paul McCartney wrote, "Hey Jude," for John Lennon's son, Julian, after Lennon left his wife for Yoko Ono. Fans once threw jelly beans at the band during a concert, mistaking them for George Harrison's favorite candy, Jelly Babies. The Beatles met their idol, Elvis Presley, in 1965, and even jammed together, creating a memorable moment. The term, Beatlesque, describes bands that emulate the Beatles' style, such as the Bangles and Cheap Trick. Pete Best's stepbrother created the Liverpool Beatles Museum, showcasing personal items of the band members. Yesterday, written by Paul McCartney, is the most covered song of all time, with over 1,600 official versions. Decca Records famously rejected the Beatles in 1962, believing guitar groups wouldn't thrive. Ringo Starr was the first Beatle to release a solo album, surprising fans with Sentimental Journey in 1970. The Beatles' first true hit, Love Me Do, paved the way for Beatlemania in the 1960s. The band participated in 5 films, with A Hard Day's Night being considered the best by fans. The Beatles broke the record for the highest attended concert in 1965, performing at Shea Stadium in front of over 55,000 fans. John Lennon wrote one of the earliest diss tracks, Sexy Sadie, inspired by his disillusionment with Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. The Beatles' impromptu final concert on the rooftop of Apple Corps in 1969 remains an iconic moment in music history.